Okay, we're gonna watch this next. The Creepiest Kids movie. Yeah, I hope this is going to be good. The Creepiest Kids movie. Any kids movie that's a creepiest? Anything that came to my mind? What do you guys think? The Creepiest Kids movie. Teletubby is not that creepy though.
I have a question for you. Does this look like
Is that how you coin a phrase?
something that belongs in a kid's show, or is it just terrifying? If you said that was just straight up horrifying, I'd agree with you. And that's exactly why I'm making this video today.
Stop right now or you'll poop your pants.
Because there are many kids, movies, and shows we've all seen that should not be meant for
freeze the cats. Really? What the fuck? This some Guna shit.
children. But the weird thing about these programs was that no one can tell if they were actually meant to scare children or if that was just by accident. So today, we're going through movies and shows we all watched that had no business being shown to kids. Monster House. If you
Monster House?
haven't seen this movie, here's the setup. There's a kid named DJ who lives in a normal suburban neighborhood. Across the street from where he lived is a rundown mansion owned by a terrifying old man named Nebercracker. Now the best way I could describe this dude is, I don't know what kind of car he drove, but I wouldn't have been surprised if it was a white van. Hopefully you're picking up what I'm putting down. Whenever any kid gets even remotely close to Nebercracker's lawn, he explodes out of the front door screaming like he's at the kidnapping Olympics. He's like the dude in Hello Neighbor, but times a million.
Oh, I haven't played this game yet.
And the worst thing that could possibly happen as a kid is losing your ball, your frisbee, or anything in his backyard because you will never see it again. Now, like I said, everyone had a neighbor like this growing up, so it's not out of the ordinary. But what I forgot to mention about this movie is that the house is alive and trying to eat children. Then you meet the victims of this.
Okay, the house is alive trying to eat children.
This movie. DJ and his
Is it that bad?
two friends, Chowder and a girl named Jenny, who shows up selling Halloween
What's the name of this movie again? Sorry, I missed it. Sorry?
out of the front door screaming. Whenever any drove old man named Neber across the street in this movie, here's the setup. There's that had no business being shown to kids. Monster House.
Oh, Monster House. All right, let's go back.
Neighbor alive and trying to eat children, selling Halloween candy, and is by far the least dumb person
The guy is sus.
in the whole movie. Now, DJ and Chowder always had their theories about this creepy house. Jenny was a bit skeptical about the
Oh,
house.
so it's basically a movie about a creepy house that there's a colony old man that live in the house, and the house is constantly trying to eat children. You know?
Being alive, because if someone told you
So,
their house was alive,
guys
you'd
are sus.
probably get them
Yeah.
put into a mental hospital. Early in the movie, Nebercracker has a heart attack during a confrontation with DJ, and he gets taken away by an ambulance. Not too out of the ordinary. I remember the first time I scared an old man enough to make him have a heart attack. Like, we've all done that before. Back in the old days, he probably would have snatched DJ up and put him in the basement.
So where's the super creepy part here?
But that didn't happen
Yeah.
here. And since Nebercracker got taken by the ambulance, the house was empty. But what we didn't realize at first is this Nebercracker was keeping the house in check. So when he left, the house started doing whatever it wanted, which is primarily trying to consume people and their belongings.
All right, I don't think this is too creepy for the kids though. Come on now. I think it's just a creepy movie.
It sucks a police car directly through its front door. And if you're a police officer, what do you even put on the report for that? House ate my car? They're locking you
Bye, Chris.
up in the mental hospital too, buddy. But here's where Monster House separates itself from being a movie meant for kids that feels slightly spooky to something a whole lot more terrifying. Because Nebercracker's wife, Constance, was a large woman. Not trying to be mean, just stating the facts. And her entire life,
Large woman. Oh, you can't even call someone fat nowadays without getting labeled as fat phobic. Oh, man.
neighborhood kids tormented her constantly.
Okay, large woman. All right, let's be nice here, guys.
Every Halloween, they'd show up to mock her, throw things at her house, scream at her. It was just what the kids did. It's the same thing kids do every time they see me in the McDonald's drive-thru line. Seriously, please stop. And it used to be considered funny, but one Halloween, it escalated.
So where's the super creepy part?
It was a confrontation, and Constance fell and died. Nebercracker, because he loved his Pookie so much, and because grief does terrible things to people's decision-making, he finished building the house on top of her. And Constance's soul, which has spent decades being humiliated and furious, and never once getting to just exist in peace, fused with the house itself. She became the house. And
She became the house? Oh, this is a little bit too dark, but...
Oh, that is not a fat joke. It's actually a good one, though. But anyways, the tongue of the house is Constance. The uvula is also Constance. When the house eats toys and bikes and small children's belongings, that's Constance reacting to people bothering her. Which means Nebercracker wasn't necessarily the villain after all. He just tried.
So the fat girl got bullied throughout her life, right? And after she died, her spirit kind of fused with the house, and she became the house, and the house become like extra creepy. That's what he's saying here.
to keep Constance under control. Every kid he scared away was a kid he was keeping from being eaten. He was protecting the entire neighborhood from his wife, and everyone thought he was just a meat.
Oh, that's a pretty dark lore. He's scaring people away because he don't want a kid to go into the house because the house will consume the kid. That is kind of dark.
Mean old man. Monster House was a movie made for kids, and the plot of it was a story about a man whose wife died and started eating children. Now, why would you make a film about eating children?
I would say that's pretty creepy, but a lot of kid movies like that, right? I don't think it's overly creepy for the kid.
That is directed to children. Did the people who created this just want kids to stay out of their yard, so they decided this is the only way to do that? But it's not even the plot itself that makes it super creepy. The animation style makes you super uncomfortable in a way that's hard to explain, but you feel it instantly. It's animated, but the characters move like...
I think he underestimated how much children can take nowadays. So, yep.
Real humans.
Imagine you're a 5-year-old kid nowadays, right? You can scroll. You're born with like iPad and TikTok and stuff. Your brain is fried, and you really get used to all kind of like stimuli and stuff. Are you? I would say, nothing is really that. Nothing can really like scare you that easily if you're a kid nowadays. That's my point.
But slightly off. It's super uncanny. And then the house itself was enough to give me nightmares. When it screams, you can see it has a door with way too many teeth. The house's front windows, which are Constance's eyes, track you as you move down the street.
Scary movie for the kids.
It's not jump scare scary, but super uncomfortable. But this one scene inside the house is where my nightmares really came from. The kids have to...
Do you guys think this is too creepy for the kid?
Go inside to find the furnace, which is the house's heart. And navigating the interior of the house is like navigating a body from the inside. The carpet rolls and grabs you, the furniture moves, you're inside a living creature and it knows you're there. Now, I'm not a doctor, so I don't want to see what the inside of people's bodies look like. If I did want to see that, I would have went to medical school.
Actually, this part is probably not so good for the kid though.
Actually, that's not true because I wasn't even smart enough to pass regular school. But you get the point. Eventually, DJ, Chowder, and Jenny throw dynamite into the chimney, burning the house and freeing Constance's soul. This is starting to sound like a GTA mission. Once Constance leaves, the house leaves with her, and all that is lefty is an empty plot of land. Nevercracker cries seeing Constance's soul leave, which makes you feel bad for the guy because
his name is what, Nevercracker?
All he was trying to do was protect the neighborhood from his deceased wife this whole time. To be fair, he is the reason there was a living house in the first place, and people did die, but hey, everyone makes mistakes, right? But this reminds me, I have a terrible habit. Anytime there's something important I need to do, I just assign it to future Tyler.
All right, skip a little bit. I always feel bad when I'm skipping a ad of a video that I react to when I'm using that content, right? Fuck, I'm shameless. Sorry.
And when the credits roll, you video and helping us take better care.
Okay, sure. Jogdog is sponsoring a lot of like big YouTuber recently. Damn. Yep. I'm sponsored by Jogdog too, obviously. I'm huge.
Of ourselves. The story ends when the credits roll. And when the credits roll, you are never the same. Because 10-year-old you thought you were going to watch a movie about a monster in a house. Instead, you watched something about a freaky house that has a tongue and eats children. Now you got generational trauma. Monster House was a great film. It should be a children's...
It's a great film. I would say it's okay for... It's not that bad for children. Yeah, maybe not super okay, but still.
Film though. SpongeBob. Now I know what most of you guys are saying. SpongeBob wasn't scary, and while most of the episodes of SpongeBob were wholesome and enjoyable for all ages, there were certain episodes that were...
I actually never watched an episode of SpongeBob before, so... Fuck, man. I feel so out of touch with reality.
Different. Like there's an episode called The Graveyard Shift. SpongeBob and Squidward have to work the overnight shift at the Krusty Krab. Squidward, being Squidward, decides the best use of his time is to terrorize SpongeBob with a horror story. The story is about a former fry cook who cut off his own hand, replaced it with a spatula, got hit by a bus, and now comes back to haunt the Krusty Krab every night at the witching hour looking for his next victim. Who is this former cook? The hash-slinging slasher. If you've ever watched this episode of SpongeBob, I probably just instantly gave you some PTSD. Now when SpongeBob hears this story, he's...
What? Who's the chef? I kind of miss it. Sorry, let me go back.
The spatula, got hit by a bus, and now comes back to haunt the Krusty Krab every night at the witching hour looking for his next victim. Who is this former cook? The hash-slinging slasher. If you've ever watched this episode of SpongeBob,
Okay, so yeah, the chef got hit by the bus and go back to haunt the restaurant?
probably just instantly gave you some PTSD. Now, when SpongeBob hears this story, he's instantly terrified. But as a viewer, you're thinking Squidward is just making this up to scare him. The exact signs from the story actually start happening in real life. The lights flicker, the phone rings, and there's nobody on the other end. If you're a kid watching this, you're not too worried. But then Squidward gets scared. And Squidward is never scared. Depressed? Probably. Annoyed? Obviously. But you never see him scared. So when Squidward starts genuinely panicking, you start getting scared too. Because every other
shit hit the fan.
episode you watch of this show is about SpongeBob chasing jellyfish in a field lollygagging around enjoying life. But for there to randomly be an episode where a killer fry cook is haunting them, it switches the tone completely. But then the ending happens. The bus shows up, the same one the hash-slinging slasher got hit by, and someone hops off it looking exactly like the person from the story. And they creepily head toward the front door of the Krusty.
Alright, so the story that the Squidward told us SpongeBob is happening in real life in the episode of Graveyard Shift?
Crab, only for you to realize it's not some deranged killer. It's just a nerdy teenager applying for a job at a bad time. The flickering lights are just the lights doing that because the wiring in the building isn't up to code, which makes sense considering the fact that they're underwater and it's probably hard to get.
Oh, this is a pretty scary episode, I would say. If I'm a kid, I'll probably
good electricity.
I probably don't know. I probably get kind of scared too, but I don't know exactly what's happening.
In there. The phone sound was just an automated system, so everything works out in the end. But the first 90% of that episode genuinely scared real children, including me. It's not the fact that this
it kind of scared me too.
episode was super terrifying when you compare it to an actual horror movie, but it was that usually
it's like a psychological horror element in it.
This show was so upbeat and jolly, so you weren't ready for this to happen. It's like if you get punched in the face when you're not expecting it, you'll probably get knocked out. But if you're warned before getting punched in the face, you can brace for impact and still probably get knocked out. So I don't know why I made that comparison, but yeah, let's just move on actually. Then there's the episode called Rock Bottom. This one doesn't have any jump scares, but it's just pure dread for the whole episode. So SpongeBob and Patrick go to an amusement park, stay too late, and miss their bus home. SpongeBob ends up on the wrong bus and gets dropped off at Rock Bottom, which is a place that exists below the ocean floor, deeper than Bikini Bottom, a place that's darker, stranger.
Bikini Bottom? What is that?
And operates on different rules than Bikini Bottom.
Is it a place?
And the episode is literally just SpongeBob trying to get home. He keeps trying to catch the bus back, but every single time, right as he's about to make it, the bus leaves without him. And the residents of Rock Bottom speak in a language that sounds almost like English, but not quite. So SpongeBob cannot understand a single word they're saying, and nobody can.
Oh, this episode will probably freak me out a little bit as if I'm a kid though.
Help him. Now that I think about it, the language low-key just sounded like how I am when I try to talk to a girl.
It's the helpless element.
I'm trying to get my words out.
Really? This guy pretty good looking too. I'm sure he can get a girlfriend.
But it just doesn't make sense. This episode is scary for one reason. Did you ever actually physically get jump scared? No. But for the whole duration of the episode, something just didn't sit right with you. But it wasn't even full episodes itself that would be scary. Because during completely random episodes, when you're least expecting it, they would randomly pop pictures on the screen of non-animated characters like Nosferatu or real live butterflies.
Really?
It would literally just be at a random moment.
Really? Is it really in SpongeBob?
And while these may not sound horrifying, seeing something that is not animated in a show that is entirely animated would give you a really weird feeling.
Alright, sure. This is a bit creepy. Not gonna lie.
My question is, why did the creators of the show even put these moments in?
If I'm watching this as a kid, right? Yeah. This will give me a nightmare. Yeah.
They're just trying to give a generation of kids trauma?
Hey, you know what would be funny? What if we put a photo of one of the scariest horror characters of all time right in the middle of the episode without any context?
Won't that, traumatize the kids? Yeah.
That is fair.
SpongeBob is one of the greatest shows of all time, but sometimes I wonder what they were trying to do in those creepy episodes. But there is no debate that Teletubbies absolutely is creepy.
Teletubby? Oh, I mentioned Teletubby just now. Yo. Just now I said that Teletubby is not that creepy for the kid though. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's watch this.
I don't care what age you are, those little things were terrifying. Teletubbies was created specifically for children.
I mean, the vibe of this show is a bit creepy. Yeah. Now, if I think about it, that's a bit creepy.
Children aged 1 to
I changed my mind, guys. Sorry.
4 years old. When I was 1 to 4 years old, I was busy peeing and pooping my pants every day, which I still do today, but at least now it doesn't happen when I'm sleeping. I don't really know what the point of me admitting that was, but what I'm trying to say is the target audience of this show is literally people who can't talk yet. Imagine spawning into this world and this is what you're being shown.
Alright.
I don't even know if anyone...
I mean, if I'm 1 to 4 years old, I probably don't even know what is considered I don't even know what is fear and what is horrifying. I don't even have that kind of feeling.
Found the Teletubbies as terrifying as I did. But
I'm just existing, right? If I'm 1 to 4 years old, just wake up and You know, suck. I mean, fuck. I'm gonna say that suck my mama tits though, but that's kind of rude. So, I mean, drink some milk and then go back to sleep.
If you don't understand why they scare me so much, let me help you understand. The Teletubbies
Why am I being like so deranged today? I don't know, man.
are
Sorry,
four
guys.
large humanoid creatures, brightly colored. They have antennae growing directly out of their heads and televisions built directly into their stomachs. The televisions are part of their body. Their names are Tinky Winky,
Excuse my
Dipsy,
language,
Lala,
guys.
and Poe. They live in a dome in a field where the grass is unnaturally green, and everything about this world
Unnaturally green.
they live in was slightly off. In the sky, there's a sun, and the sun has a baby's face in it.
Oh, this part is a bit creepy.
There's literally no context given about this baby sun or why it's there, but it's there. Like, is the baby the ruler of the Teletubbies?
Yep.
Is it keeping them trapped in this dome? I have no idea, and I want
This part is. I mean, maybe it's not creepy, but it's a bit corny.
answers. But here's the thing that made this show really eerie. Because I can get past the weird shapes of their bodies or the fact that there's a laughing baby just floating in the sky. But the part that made
where's the
this
juicy
whole
part?
show
Give
too
me that.
freaky was how they talked. They basically spoke in a language of gibberish, so you could never actually understand what they were saying. In any other kids show, like Bluey, or actually that's the only other toddler show I can think of. Elmo. But in
Bluey? Oh, I haven't watched Bluey before. Yeah, that show is so famous. I'm probably gonna watch it.
these shows, they speak a real language. They speak
free.
American. But in the Teletubbies, you have no idea what they're saying to each other at all times, which is a big issue because it makes you
That's the appeal of the show, right? If you don't know what they're talking about, you could keep on like guessing, you know, and the show will be appeal to the wider audience. You see a lot of YouTube short, which has like no speech and stuff, right? They have like more views though. That's for the same reason. As long as you open your mouth, right, you already like decrease your audience size. Yeah.
wonder what they're talking about. For all I know, they were calling me chopped through the TV screen.
Is this kind of movie? Is this kind of show who would be successful? Cause they have like a universal appeal. Yeah.
But oh, don't worry. There's one person in this show that speaks a real language. It just happens to not be an actual person. And
Who is
instead,
that?
it's a metal tube called voice trumpets. They come out of the ground.
Voice what?
A voice comes out of them. The voice has no source. It simply emerges from the earth and announces things. The Teletubbies respond to the voice from the ground like this is just completely normal. Now, if it sounds to you like I haven't really given a plot for this show and I'm basically just describing the setting of this place,
Oh.
you're right. That is what I'm doing. Because there basically is no plot to it. It's just the gibberish speaking Teletubbies wandering around with no purpose or mission in life staring at you like this. Now, if I describe that
I mean, yeah, it's a show for 1 to 4 years old. Can they really understand plot? Come on.
to you without telling you it was a children's show, what would you have guessed? The thing that is most uncanny about
I would guess this is like a corny show for the alien or stuff. Yeah, I don't know, man.
these Teletubbies is their smile. It never stops. Their bodies move, but the smile is fixed, so you can't tell how
Yeah.
they're ever feeling.
It's creepy. Now,
If they're angry,
if you describe it like this, it's totally creepy.
still smiling. Sad, still smiling. And if you're thinking, Tyler, you're being dramatic. You're the only one that thinks the Teletubbies are scary. You are wrong, because psychologists have actually written about how Teletubbies unsettle viewers. Now, to be fair, I only read the
Unsettling.
headline of this article and I didn't actually click on it, so I could be lying for all I know, but I'm just gonna trust what the title said. The reason the Teletubbies don't talk and that
I mean, there's this one show called Coward the Cowardly Dog, if I pronounce it correctly. It's a horror cartoon, but it's actually not as scary as Teletubby. That's creepy, I would say.
there's weird colors is
It's a great cartoon, though. I love it.
because it's
Yeah.
a show
Maybe it's gonna mention it later.
literally meant for children. It's not supposed to make sense to me, but to that I say, give me one other show meant for children that's this terrifying. You probably can't, because most kids shows are wholesome and don't give you nightmares. But remember, that's just most kids shows, not all of them. Because I've gotta admit, we've gone over some creepy shows and movies so far, but for me, there is nothing that made me more uncomfortable as a
Now, is it gonna mention Coward the Cowardly Dog?
child than Courage the Coward.
Courage, not coward. Sorry. Oh fuck, man, this show is so old. Oh, this is one of my favorite show when I'm a kid, though. Holy shit, this show is so good.
Dog. This show ran on Cartoon Network, and if you've ever watched Cartoon
Oh, this show is so good. One of my favorite show, alongside with like Ed and Eddie. Yeah.
Network before, you'd
Wow,
probably
my English is so bad. Sorry, guys.
understand why. Cartoon Network was where the shows that were kinda made for kids, but were a little too off-putting to be somewhere like Nickelodeon would all go. This was not a kids show that occasionally got dark. This was a horror series that aired for kids because
Don't be sorry.
someone at Cartoon Network
Alright.
either didn't watch it carefully enough to understand, or they were just a
I'm trying to improve myself, right? Come on. Yeah, my dream is to Not dream. My plan is to move to US one day. Yeah.
A villain that wanted kids to
I gotta be better. I gotta be better, baby.
experience this. Here's the setup. Courage
How are you, man? It's around 3 now. Finish your lunch yet? Yeah, legacy.
is a small, anxious pink dog who lives with
Anxious
an
pink
elderly
dog.
couple in a farmhouse. The wife is Muriel, and she's like any other old country lady. She's super sweet and kind. The husband is
Of course.
Eustace. He's self
Okay, what do we eat today? Let's chill for a little bit. I've been reacting. It's 3 p.m. Actually, I haven't eaten my lunch yet. You know, and I'm doing like intermittent fasting because I'm an old uncle, right? So I try to eat like 2 meals in an 8 hours window. So, you know, trying to eat healthy. I eat like 6 eggs per day because I don't have money to afford like that much meat protein. So my meat protein is only around like 70 gram. And yeah, I eat a bunch of like quinoa and black lentil. So that's my style though. I don't know, man. I don't find fulfillment in eating tasty food because I just don't eat tasty food that much. And yeah, that's me. I'm an odd person, getting old and shit. And I'm also very obsessed with like longevity and reverse aging. So I hope it'll pay off in 30 years though. But you know, but the thing I'm doing is like old people stuff. All right, let's log back in. Right, you know, yeah, you probably can't resonate with that though. So, yeah, and I hope I can go back to the days where I can still enjoy tasty food often. But yeah, I'm locked in with this lifestyle, unfortunately. But I still eat like tasty food every now and then. So to indulge myself, right, balance is the key. The Creepiest kids movie.
selfish and mean, and he wears a mask specifically to scare Courage just whenever he feels like it. Sounds like animal abuse if you ask me. They live in the middle of nowhere, literally.
Animal abuse.
That's the actual name of the town. Nowhere, Kansas. They've got no neighbors, no community.
It's like an old show. Animal abuse is not a big concept like 15 years ago, right? When we are still a kid.
Just them and the farmhouse and whatever is coming for them in that week. And when
Jesus.
you live in the middle of nowhere,
This show is so good. So good. I love this show. I love watching like the American Dragon, like Ben 10, and this show and as and Eddie. That's my favorite show. Yeah.
if you have an issue, there's no one to help you with it. You gotta handle it on your own. Something is always coming for Courage. Every single episode, something terrible arrives in nowhere and Courage has to deal with it alone. Because Muriel is too trusting to recognize that the thing she's inviting in for tea is not actually safe. And Eustace just frankly does not care. So Courage, who is terrified of literally everything all the time, just has to handle it. His name is not an accident and it's not ironic. That's the whole point. Courage isn't a brave dog.
He is forced to be courageous.
He's a scared dog who does the right thing anyway, every single episode, despite shaking the entire time. And that is the actual definition of courage. Not the absence of fear, but acting despite fear. Courage
Alright, yeah. That's a deep hidden message here.
and become brave, like Courage the Cowardly Dog. Sorry for that part right there. I was just trying to say something that would sound cool for an edit. I don't really even understand any of the past like 5 sentences I just said. But if you're wondering why this show was just not right, it was because of 2 things. First off, Eustace is disturbing in a way you can only understand by watching the show. He's cruel, he wears a mask to scare Courage.
Oh shit. This dude actually remind me of my grandfather in real life though. He's always like chilling and being lazy, and he's a bit mean too, you know, but he's a good man. Yeah, so
Regularly, and he seems like a guy you just can't trust. Well, explanation. See, I said you have to watch the show to understand why he's disturbing.
guys,
I can't describe it.
back.
Sorry for the crash
Yeah,
out.
bro.
But if you're wondering what types of difficulties Courage encounters in the show, let me tell you. There's one episode called King's Ramses Curse, where
King's Ramsey curse?
an ancient Egyptian slab is found near the farm.
Wow.
Eustace takes it because he thinks he can sell it, but a mummy rises from the ground and demands
Yeah, a mommy rise from the this doesn't even look like a mommy. So
he returns it. The mummy, King Ramses, is rendered in early CGI. The rest of the show
early
was
CGI.
animated, so Ramses looks
Oh, this is why this looks so corny. I can't remember this episode though.
way different from everything around him, and he just doesn't
Can I make you famous? No, you can't make me famous. I have to earn it. That's the thing about life. You can't just make me famous. Anything that's temporarily can't last. Why am I saying something that's obvious?
fit, kind of like the butterflies in SpongeBob. He appears 3 times. Each time he says,
Return the slab.
each time Eustace refuses, a plague arrives. Locusts, water turning
That I'm not aiming to be famous. Yeah, if I make you happy today, my goal is accomplished, you know?
Each time he says,
Return the slab.
each time Eustace refuses, a plague arrives. Locusts, water turning red, and then music. Ramses has a record player, and he plays a song, but it just plays and plays and plays and doesn't stop, and it will never stop. I still react to that music when I hear it to this day. In another episode
Okay, don't play the music. I gotta get copyrighted.
The Mask, a character named Kitty arrives wearing a bunny mask and refuses to remove it. The episode slowly peels back why.
Oh, Jesus. If I'm a kid, right, and I'm watching that, I don't get scared that easily because I don't understand what's happening sometimes. I just think it's like kind of like funny, and the monster is like kind of corny and it's a bit scary sometimes, but I don't think it's overly creepy for a kid. Yeah, that's just my take though. Liking and sub, thanks, baby.
She wears it.
You're
Through a
the best.
story about grief and loss and a whole bunch of things little kids shouldn't have to think about. Like it's a show meant for kids. It's supposed to be basically brain rot. I want to see bright colors and a bunch of sound effects that fry my dopamine.
And with some fun music. Yeah, that's what I use in my YouTube outro video. No, some rich fun. I get inspiration from Joe though, Joe Bar. Yeah.
Actors not learn lessons about life. Where's the Cocomelon? Courage the Cowardly Dog was a horror show, and no one can convince me.
Jesus, that scene is a bit horrifying.
Otherwise, except for LeBron. He could convince me to do basically anything. I mean, if he asked me to oil up, I would do it. If I found
Woo!
$1 million on the ground, I'd give it to him. I don't care
LeBron probably don't want you to oil up. Don't worry.
if he's a billionaire already. But you know who I would never do anything for? Young Sheldon, which is the next show we've got to talk about. And I'm gonna keep it
Young Sheldon, I don't know anything about that show.
short because honestly, Young Sheldon doesn't deserve a long segment.
Young
you guys
Sheldon.
may say, Tyler, Young Sheldon is literally
Young Sheldon, let's search that for the show. What's the show about? Young Sheldon? I don't know, man. Sheldon Cooper, a bona fide genius, has been promoted for grade. Meanwhile, he struggled to fit in with an intellectual family in Texas. So it's about it's about a super genius kid, which is a bit like maybe he's a bit awkward and nerdy, and he's too smart for his family.
the furthest thing from a creepy show.
Spin off of Big Bang. Oh, I don't watch Big Bang too.
How could this possibly be on
I don't watch the Big Bang too. Wow, you watch a lot of show.
the list? Well, to that, I
Really?
would argue Young Sheldon is the
Thank
scariest show in this video, and it's not even close. Why is it so scary? I don't have any actual good reason. I just have beef with Young Sheldon, so I had to find a way to put him on this list. If you gave me two
What the fuck? He's trolling.
options,
Jesus.
with the first being to sit in a pool filled with piranhas that have not eaten in 5 days, or watch a full episode of Young Sheldon without being able to look away from the screen, I would get my swim trunks on
Is it a good show or not? Anyone watch Young Sheldon here?
immediately. Young Sheldon, you give me nightmares. Now let's cool the temperature down a little bit and talk about a show that isn't quite as scary as Young Sheldon, but still gives me the heebie-jeebies to watch as a child. Arguably the most successful horror franchise ever, which is aimed specifically for children. If you somehow don't know
Goosebumps. Alright, that's the last show.
Goosebumps, horror stories for kids. Different nightmare every episode, each one designed to scare you. The covers of Goosebumps books had the melting fonts and the creepy illustrations, and
Oh shit, this is scary. If I'm watching this, wow, this shit will shit my pants though.
teachers put them in school libraries. Goosebumps was the first horror show specifically made for children. I have no idea how these shows were approved for a younger audience. Like I, as a 22-year-old, no, actually, my birthday just happened, so I'm a 33-year-old.
33. Alright, I know you're that old. Pushing 50. Shut up.
No, a 223-year-old.
Just kidding.
Okay, I still get scared watching them today. They literally advertised, hey, this show will probably make your children wet the bed. And yet, children still continued to watch it. Slappy the Dummy is the face of
I still wear the bat though, but not for the same reason. Just kidding.
Goosebumps. But he is the furthest thing from a dummy. He's a
What the fuck? This
Slappy the
Oh shit, this dummy is scary. Holy
Dummy
fuck.
is the face of Goosebumps.
This shit still scare me until now.
But he is the furthest thing from a dummy. He's a ventriloquist dummy, which
Shut up. I'm not an uncle.
is already terrifying
Call me grandpa.
even if he didn't come to life. But he does, of course. And he comes to life when you read a
Oh shit, this kid kind of look like Tyson, eh? Yeah. Kind of look like, you know?
is already terrifying even if he didn't come to
I think
life.
so.
But he does, of course. And he comes to
Yeah, look at this kid. Kind of look like a extra nicer version of Tyson. I'm not saying that Tyson is not nice, but I don't know, man. He kind of remind me of Tyson, sorry.
life when you read a specific set of words written on a piece of
You
paper
guys agree?
inside his jacket pocket. Once he's awake, he immediately informs you you are a slave. He decides what happens. You
What the fuck?
just have to be a good boy and accept whatever he decides to do. If
Obey.
he tells you to make
Submit.
him breakfast, buddy, you better turn on the air fryer. He's got a terrifying smile on his face that never goes away, just like the
Yo.
Teletubbies, so you can't read him. There's something so uncanny about
Oh shit, this is scary. This is scary even for the adult. Yeah. If I'm a kid, holy shit, this is my apocalypse, man.
Slappy that
Kinda
disturbs
show.
you. His eyes track you. He looks calm at all times. But the funny thing is, in every episode where Slappy
Jesus.
is the evil villain, everyone basically accepts it
Yeah,
and
right.
doesn't try to do anything about it. Like, oh well, this ventriloquist dummy controls my...
You know, the scary thing about social path, right, is a lot of them they are always like calm at all time. And they're capable of great violence and they are very unpredictable. So this is the scare. This is what makes them like extra scary. So
life now. It is what it is.
So this
But
called-
y'all aren't thinking hard enough. Because if I'm in that show, I'm putting Slappy in the shredder. But just in case dolls that...
slapping the shredder. Now remind me of a scene in Poppy Playtime where that's a monster that get crushed in the shredder. I can't remember.
come to life are actually real and they're watching this video. I'm just joking, guys.
Yeah.
I'm just joking. I'm only trying to look tough for my audience.
Trust me, I'd be
Shout
a
out
good
to
boy and do whatever
Jeremy.
you told me, so please leave me
Jeremy.
alone.
But there are two
Sure.
specific episodes of Goosebumps I
Sure.
remember vividly
Since
because
you're
of
nice
how
to me.
terrifying they were. First is the one where a Halloween mask permanently fuses to a girl's face and slowly takes over her body and mind. Remember, this show is made for kids. And then you have the Ghost Next Door episode that has a huge twist. Throughout the whole episode, you're following what you assume is a kid stuck in a horrible ghost story. But at the very end, it's revealed that the kid you've been following the whole time is the ghost. But here's the weirdest part. Although I literally would cry at some of the Goosebumps episodes as a child, which honestly isn't saying much because I would cry at anything. Like I cried at my grandma's funeral, which that's probably a horrible example because everyone cries at
Are you gonna tell me what's gonna happen next?
funerals. But even though this show scared me so much,
Oh sure, whatever, I miss it.
I would
Whatever.
always come back for more. I was addicted to watching every episode, even though I knew if I did watch
Alright,
it, I
cool.
probably wasn't getting any sleep that night. And I don't get good sleep as it is. Just
Oh,
look at these
what
eye
a good-
bags. Seriously though, if anyone knows how to fix eye bags, please comment below. But that's the
This dude talks so fast, man. I thought I'm watching this video in 1.5x. Yo.
trend with all these shows
Nice
and
video,
movies.
guys.
Although
Yeah.
they terrified you, there was something about them that just made you want to keep coming back for more. Except Young Sheldon. I never came back for more of that show.
Sorry, Young Sheldon. Now I hate Young Sheldon too. Right.